competition is good for the patient. Competition is good for the patient. Having Stoke and Camp 4 and the other companies in the room this morning looking at each other, talking about Syngap 1 clinical trials, that's good, because they all go back to their motherships and say, guys, we got to move faster. That's exactly what we want, right? That is the game we are playing. We are trying to say, Syngap is a target you can go after. This community will move mountains for you. You should all go, and then we just let market forces drive them and drive forward. And then bonus points to Camp 4 for the courage to lead. The other reason I think do or die is maybe not too dramatic is once we finish phase 1, we're going to phase 2. I mean, 1-2 when we're going to phase 3. And then if the trial goes well, there's going to be another trial. After we do phase 1, 2, 3 with protein truncating, we'll probably have a missense cohort or a whatever cohort, whatever we left out before. And if a trial doesn't meet endpoints, they're going to study it, they're going to figure out why not and what happened, whatever. But here's the rub, guys. If there's a trial and it doesn't enroll, that's a failed trial, right? Trials will hit the results, trials will not hit the results. We'll learn something from both of those. If they spend the money, and round numbers, I think these trials, you should be thinking a few $100,000 per spot. You can correct me. But $300,000 to $400,000 to $500,000 a spot is what you should be thinking for the cost of these ASO trials. The small molecules, hopefully cheaper. He's good if he wants to come up. Yeah, I've got a couple. So where was I? Competition. Wait. A failed trial is a trial that doesn't enroll. A failed trial is a trial that doesn't enroll, which is why I'm so crisp on this point. If there's a clinical trial, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your kids, and you owe it to the community to make sure that if you qualify, you jump in. And if that creates a financial hardship, if that creates some other life impossibility, call us, let's see if we can't figure it out. Because as soon as a Syngap trial fails, guess what? There are 900 other people waiting for that trial. There's like 4 genes, there's 4 diseases, Rett, Dravet, Angelman, who are the big kids. They've been around for a long time. Then there's CDKL5 and someone else, SCN2A, maybe 8A. That's what Kelly's kid has. And then there's like this next generation. It's US, STXBP1, SLC6A1 next door. And then there's approximately 940 other rare diseases whose name looks like a bad license plate, right? And they are all desperate to get on the phone with Yuri and talk about a precision therapy. So as soon as Syngap 1 fails to fill a trial, that phone's going to light up. I don't want to be too dramatic, but market forces are market forces. All right? So we really are in a moment where we have to both be thinking about the natural history study and getting ready for clinical trials. This one's cute. And I want to connect the dots there. If you're not sure you can do a natural history study, you're probably going to really struggle when you think about doing a clinical trial. So one way to think about this is let me do some of this natural history study, both because it's going to get me great clinical care, it's going to share great data, but then I'm going to be in that flow and I'm going to understand what it means to get to a clinical center, do all this poking and prodding, and maybe I'll be less scared of it. So really, the next few years, and when I'm saying this to you, it's not because I want you and you and you and you to go to a clinical trial, although I do. But I want you to go back and talk about it on the group. I want you to, when the next time you're with Syngap families, be it at a get-together or whatever, and by the way, have more get-togethers. If you have not met all the Syngap families who live within 50 miles of your house, invite them over, right? Build this community, connect with the other families, and talk about this. If there was a trial tomorrow, would you do it? Because you guys right now, after that truly exceptional presentation by Yuri in these past 2 days, you are currently the leading experts of what's going on in Syngap land. And you get to share this knowledge.